Our next guest is Dog. No, I'm not pointing out that he is a dog. His name is, in fact, Dog. And he is a 3 to 4 year old Belgian Sheepdog mix. And he is a little bit more nervous than our previous guest, Pork Chop. He's also much newer to living in this facility, so he's still kind of acclimating a little bit to this environment. Dog was previously owned, but unfortunately the owner did not provide us with a lot of information, so we're getting information as we get to know him here in our facility. In his kennel, he's usually fairly friendly, and he approaches. He reacts favorably to other dogs, but he can still be a little bit difficult to handle. He's still, playful, and he just could benefit from a little bit of training like many of the dogs here on our adoption floor. He enjoys petting, but he can be, as we're seeing right now, a little bit nervous around new things, new people, and loud noises in that type of situation.
So Dog is an interesting name. How did he get that?
So it's important for people to understand that we don't always name every animal that comes into the facility. Sometimes they come in owned, and we will not change their names unless they're offensive or detrimental to the adoption process. For example, a dog named Cujo might have a hard time finding a family. So when you're looking at all of their various paperwork and their cage cards, you'll notice that some dogs or cats have quotation marks around their names. And those quotation marks mean that, hey, the staff here at Animal Control gave the animals their names. If you don't see that, that means that the previous owner provided that name, or that was the name that was on their microchip, and just because it's easier for the animal, we won't change those names.
So Belgian Sheepdog isn't a very common breed we see here at the shelter.
It's
Can you
not.
give me a little more information about the breed?
Sure. So obviously, given the name, they originated and were developed in Belgium. They were used as livestock and herding dogs, and then ultimately, for a period of time, were also used as like military and police dogs. They are dogs that are fallen under a breakdown of the Belgian Shepherd dog, which actually has a lot of 4 dogs within that category, and this is one of those specific breeds. And they are super intelligent, super trainable working dogs. They have a desire to work like most herding breeds, but they can be a little bit more reserved around strangers, which is something that we're kind of seeing here today with the crew from the show. But they can be great family dogs, but they tend to be one-person dogs. They would rather be kind of with their one person, and they can be protective, a little territorial, things like that. So it's important when you're thinking about adopting an animal to make sure that you're doing the research on the breed, to make sure that the breed and those characteristics, while they can kind of flow a little bit one way or the other, that you're getting something that you can handle and manage. A high energy herding dog might not be great for living in an apartment, those types of things. But if you think that Dog will be a good fit for your family, you can make an appointment to visit him here at Frederick County Animal Control by going to visit fcac.as.me to book that appointment.